Hey folks, this is Shatron here, and welcome back to my duo, no cheese, no rest, honor mode challenge run. Today we are going to take on the events in the swamp, the combats, the sheep and the frog specifically, and these sheep are of course not sheep, they are, as you can see here, the Redcap can make a multi-attack while under the effect of bloodlust. So, if you inspect you already know this. I think I said last time that that it didn't really matter whether or not you made the save against the investigation or whatever it was we took for the swamp. But it does, because if these guys are sheep and you attack them, they're gonna turn into Redcaps, and then you're going to be surprised, and surprise is not something you want to be. But luckily there is an option, and if I recall correctly, it even has a lower DC than 20, so I think we can get rid of it like that. Before we do anything else, we have a couple of things that we need to do from last time. Sparkle Hands here, and I think Lacel should probably equip, like, not the Spell Thief, because she doesn't want anything left. Let's just go with hand crossbows. That's not how you do that. This works. Yeah, I'm gonna give her the... I don't think we're gonna use the bonus action hand shot that much, but let's just have it like this anyways. Good. Setting up this fight might take a little while, so there might be some fast forwarding. And the reason is that these guys have a shit ton of hit points and they hit like trucks. So I sort of want to try and see if we can do this as well as possible. One problem up first is we don't really have a good defensive position anywhere around here. This island is the best. You could take the fight up at Addled instead, and then you'd have a door. You could like build with something, drone effect or whatever. But here, I guess you could technically do the same down there somewhere, but they're just gonna jump up instead. But it's the closest thing we have, so we're gonna try and make that work. And the way we're gonna do this... No, let's just talk with these guys first to make sure we can make them into Redcaps.
Sheep's voice warbles. You realize it's trying to say bar.
Tell me about this place, sheep.
Bah?
Curious. Despite your magic, the creature doesn't understand you.
I'm not gonna take the animal handling on Stretch. We're gonna do that with Lacel. I think that should be the one that
The sheep's voice warbles.
has a chance of dispelling the illusion.
Realize it's trying to say bar.
Handling here. DC 15, yeah, it's lower than 20 for sure. Guidance +5, this should be a decent chance of success. Nice.
The smell of rot assaults your senses as the illusion vanishes.
Oof.
The murderous glare of a redcap, a fey creature known for its bloodlust, greets you. He seems unaware that his illusion has failed.
We are not going to let him know that we know. And...
What to do?
Ooh, how do we do this the best? Let's start by casting Guidance on Stretch. And then let's see if this is an option. I really want to get these guys bunched up. And this can take a while. So, oh, before we do that, we should, like, send Shovel down here, just so we don't... Oh, and put him into invisibility, that's for sure. I want to open with Shovel, so I'm sure to get my surprise. He's not going to kill anything, and invisibility automatically dispels when you attack, so we don't get the situation where they spot you or something like that. So let's try and redo this. It could take a while, I'm sorry about that. I think this is gonna have to do. We can't stand around doing this all day. So the back one is a Blood Sage, which might be trouble and might not. First part... Oh, these are not wet. Oh well. We're done playing around. So that's just gonna be how it is. Shovel is gonna open. We only have one turn left on... So we're gonna redo that first. this should not be a problem. Also, while we are doing stuff up here in turn-based, I think we are just going to
Not as bad as it could have.
let her dip. Let's find a candle. There we go. I think it's most often Lae'zel that uses them, so maybe we should put 2 on her. And it's burning.
A vital boost.
See if we can make this work. There we go. Open on the Blood Sage. Miss and stealth failed, and they are surprised though. Okay. So even though he missed, they're surprised. That's awesome. Then it doesn't really matter whether or not he hit. Damage would have been nice, of course. Lae'zel should still be able to get down there. Before all of that, we want potions.
Sometimes the only way out.
Start by upping her chance to hit as much as possible. There we go with the bless.
Time to strike.
And now the question becomes whether or not to go for the multi-attacks this turn. I think we are going to start off by... I think we're actually gonna dash here. Even though might be more important next turn, to be honest.
On the move.
Let's get her down there-ish. Oh, don't need to be that close. What's her chance? 90% chance, but with this one on, 65-ish. Okay. If we start with Dredge, we might be able to give Lae'zel an extra swing here. If he goes... Actually... Maybe we do the special arrow first. We're not hitting Shovel, are we? Shovel is acting with us. We can just move him. I'm gonna move him. Get up here, I guess. As long as he's not in the way or something.
Another fight. Let's go.
Okay. It's the best chance to hit with that one, but let's see if... Actually, an acid arrow might lower their armor class enough so that this makes sense instead, even though the wet... Oh, these were not wet. It's only this guy that's wet. Let's go for the acid arrow then. Saved. Arrow of acid. Just a little bit of damage on the Blood Sage. The 25 hit points might be out of reach, but it might not with, like, the Sorrowful Lash as well. 65% chance it did not get the acid surface debuff. Did this one? This one did. What if I pull it first then? It's not gonna move anywhere. Okay, we're just gonna hope to deal 25 points of damage this. That was not 25 points. Did she not dip her weapon? I'm absolutely certain we dipped her weapon. Like just before we... Oh, never mind. So 85% chance, and this should kill him if it works. So there we go. That was a lot of damage there. And then we can lay a little bit of damage onto this one, maybe. This one does have the... No, okay. Weird animation, but hey. Special, and turn. We're pretty lucky that they're all together. Dredge could easily have been after these guys. It's not perfect. Let's start by throwing something with this guy. I think we're gonna toss... The first turn of the Redcap is not too important, but it can be hard to kill it afterwards. Maybe we're just gonna go try and see whether or not we can get this one low. Could use an arrow of many targets here, but I think I'm gonna save that one.
Good idea, I think.
So, 17 points of damage, no crushing. A little extra maybe as well. I think that's okay. We're not gonna kill it this turn, unfortunately, but we could get close.
Time to strike.
Yeah, you are just gonna... I think you are gonna try and tech something here. Just go invisible and run away. Run down there, maybe. And Lae'zel.
I am death.
55. It doesn't even have the acid debuff now. I'm absolutely certain it had the acid debuff like a second ago. So was the acid surface maybe not in combat? I guess. What the fuck? So 50. We're gonna have to take our 55% chance here. That's not great. No chance to kill it. We haven't dipped. I think we are gonna dip first then. Annoying. Can we even find... There's a dry spot right behind us, so that's fine.
I will take every advantage.
Okay, so at least we hit. We are gonna run all the way up and back here.
My path be true.
Yeah, I'm not entirely a fan of this, but let's see how it goes.
Go from here.
We're getting a little far back here so that they need to dash to get to us. Is the idea.
Ascend.
Let's see if it works. And Shovel, you can stay there. They're gonna go and investigate his location. I'm just gonna keep him somewhere else. They shouldn't spot him. I hope. I really hope. Should have put them maybe a bit further away, but I don't think they can spot him from up there. Please. Oh, he was out of range, so that was good. And this guy should cast Bloodlust on one of them. Hopefully it's the one that's almost dead, of course, but we can't really expect that. Oh, he's gonna dash as well. I sort of wanted him to do the other thing, but that cannot be bad either. We lost our Bless, and we're gonna redo our Bless. As long as he does not start casting Hold Person, I'm happy. Because Hold Person could really wreck my day here.
What now?
You have a bonus action shot for a Potion of Healing that's in a weird position. Do we dare? Yeah, let's just... It must be close enough, right? Yeah, it was.
I am fury. I am
This is at
death.
12 hit points, so I could just go for like... I think we're gonna do something else, to be honest. And we maybe... How would a shove on that one look?
Well, so much for peace.
I need to do this to check. We'll only push it back a bit. Okay. That's not working.
Victory
My consideration is whether to kill this one. And then go and toss this one away. Which is what I think I'm gonna end up doing. But that means that I should probably go for the 80% chance of hitting this one. Because it should die, right? I think we're gonna assume that this one dies. And it didn't. Damn it. We could kill it with Dredge and we'd still have the action for the other one. Or we could kill it with Lae'zel and put in a little more... I think we're gonna try and kill it with Lae'zel. It works. So we get the action over here. This one we are going to go for Great Weapon Master, even though it's down to 55% chance. The plus 10 extra damage is enough that it's worth it to drop from 80 to 55. Even if you don't actually hit. So... Yeah, let's just go for it. As long as we hit them, it's obviously awesome.
Easy.
And now what we are going to do is this. We're gonna toss it down there again. And I think I want to try and see if I can find a good position. I also want to... that's probably not too important, to be honest. I need to get a bit away afterwards. But I don't think... Why didn't he do anything there? Please don't start fucking around. Thank you. Don't toss the candle or something silly. You... I would... If this one had been out there already, it would have been awesome, because we could have tossed this guy into his face. But now he just goes flying. Even when prone there, that's awesome. And... I don't... 1 point of lightning damage for falling? That seemed weird. And then we're gonna back off again. And same with Lae'zel. And this time, I do believe that the Blood Sage should be able to cast Bloodlust on this guy. Yes, we could do the same as before. How much movement is this? Dispel, recast. Dispelling the concentration is a free action. So we can do that. I don't think this does too much here. Because it's on his way, so that probably does absolutely nothing. Usually I would like try and use this trick to pull them away in another direction. If they can't reach your players, they like to go and check out if there's something hidden somewhere. The bloodlust. Did he waste his turn standing up from prone? Like, entirely? That seems a little too powerful. Okay. I don't really get why it took his entire turn there. Okay, so the fact that he went down again is a little interesting. I think we're just gonna go and try to kill him. Deal damage to him. Can I throw on him from any direction? I can actually throw from here, which is a little insane. Let's just do that then. Was not a lot of damage. Can we shoot him from here as well? Not exactly, but almost. I think this is still fine, right?
Won't take me yet.
And concentration got broken as well. That didn't need to happen.
Swift.
I was a little lucky. I should have changed the order here, so Lae'zel could be the one to... no, I mean Dredge could be the one to kill him. I really don't want this guy to get his next action because he's gonna cast Hold Person. And that is bad. So maybe we go for 29. It's not a lot of movement left. But I think it should be enough. If I go and click this one, I should go down there without wasting extra movement down there. Then am I in his vision cone in this position is a good question. And not something I'm gonna dare and take the chance on. So I'm gonna move over here. This should get me out of his vision cone, but I'm threatened, so it doesn't matter. So I'm just gonna have to take the straight up attack there. 60% chance is still okay. 17 hit points. I think we're better off going for the Great Weapon Master, even if it's slow. We got the kill, so we definitely were better off doing that. And then she's just gonna dash back up. I don't really... Oh, this is bad. Never mind. I think she's just gonna dip. Is there a candle close enough? She should have enough movement to do this now. Oh, I just dipped her crossbows instead of her glaive. Oh, it's still dipped, I guess, so should be okay.
Never a dull moment.
And what about the shovel? You can get up here as well. Could have done the thing where I went over there and made him invisible instead, but this is fine. Also just noticed that that's something I've forgotten to do, but I don't think it's gonna matter. Let's just do it anyways. Shadowheart is supposed to be standing in turn-based with Blade 1 on for a fight like this. Because if they hit Dredge then, she is, she's basically not taking any damage. Can we path is interrupted? That feels fair this time. It's not always, I don't think it always feels fair. And I do want to get the kill on him if possible, so let's see if Lae'zel can... A little sad that he's down there, to be honest. Let's just go down there and try an ordinary attack. Yeah, if we want to do it without getting hit, I think it's correct to go for the extra bless here, even if it's a little wasteful of a healing potion, but I don't really count these as resources. You can buy as many as you please of those, even with my, like,
Survival is
extra
all that
rules.
matters.
This is just my way of casting Bless, right? And go down there and deal a shit ton of damage to him, hopefully. 55% chance. I think we are gonna turn this off now and take her 80% chance instead.
I will not know failure.
Or what I probably should have done was go around him. Because that was not a lot of damage. Can we deal more? Does he... Yeah, this is not gonna be great. If I go up here first then, how much movement do I have left? I think we're gonna do this then instead. Shove him? No? Why not? What's in the way? Probably something is in the way. Okay. Deal a little bit of damage. Oh, and I fucked it up because I should have moved away first. That's gonna be annoying if he gets in a hit like that, and especially if he gets in a hit on Lace Cell. So maybe we go down there and toss him away again. And I should be able to kill him, right? 14 hit points. Let's get a magical spear. Oh, that's weird. Magical spear. No cast, no throw from there. I think his hit chance is fine enough that I'm just going to go down there. Just don't use too much of your movement because you might want to go and might not want to go and do anything, to be honest. Shovel, can you reach him? Okay, so we're gonna start off with Shovel just to get him even lower and try and secure the kill. That seems fine then.
Catch my breath.
Good, there we go. No damage taken. All the Redcaps are dead. No real resources used. And we got our temporary hit points back. That went swimmingly. And now I'm gonna check whether or not I was recording. I think I might have done that already. I'm not sure. Oh shit, man. My head is bleeding now. I am recording. That's good. So pick the candles back up. Go and loot around. And then the next encounter we're gonna go and do is the frog. And I have some tech for that one as well. So to recap this encounter, toss them around. They're goblins. Goblins are made to be tossed around. Especially if you have a Tavern Brawler. And Tavern Brawler, as we all know, is an awesome feat. Did we get all of the stuff? I think we did. I am gonna head to the frog now. And we're gonna try and avoid all the damn traps. We could bunny hop over there, but then we wouldn't get Shovel along. I don't think we need Shovel for that, so let's just do that, just to make sure we don't get into any of the traps. I have a trick because the frog has insane armor class, and most of my damage is pretty armor class based. So we are going to use something different for once on that guy. Also, as I have noticed now, Dredge's spec does not have athletics, but he's throwing people around all the time, which is athletics to make the initial grab. And then the shoving is like a little more a part of the gameplay than I thought it was going to be. So we should probably respec him at some point to have athletics, just for the little extra chance of all of those actions. Okay, so for this one, see if we can set this up correctly. I don't think actually I need Dredge, but we're gonna use him to speak with the frog first, because we didn't want the information from it.
Green leaves, shallow water. Green leaves, shallow water.
Repeating itself a bit, huh? What is this place? Why was it covered by an illusion? I need to know this, goddammit.
Away!
What are you croaking on about?
Green leaves, shallow water.
A chill runs up your spine. There is something wrong with this creature. Very wrong.
So ominous.
Bleed! Kill!
Okay. I'm just gonna leave the frog at this point because we don't want it to randomly burn, bleed, and kill us. So, gonna let it hop around on its own, but we can't just let this probably vile, very wrong creature survive. So we are gonna do some stuff with it now. First of all, we're just gonna move Dredge away a bit, so he's not too close. I think we might even stop him. Okay. So the trick here is that the frog has... Let's just inspect it first. Okay, he's clearly not far enough away. It has a very long vision count.
Think about why my eye is itching. Time to press ahead.
Assume nothing.
There we go. Let's inspect it first so we can go over its abilities, because I've heard that this encounter stumped a lot of players, basically. Mostly back at launch. I think most people have it handled by now. Sort of ish, but it should help. Huge stacks, plus 20, and its armor class is 22 as base. But as soon as it gets into combat, it's gonna cast mirror images and get plus 9 extra for a total of 31 armor class. It can lose its reflective mucus at times. Reflective mucus, I don't know why that ability is. It's there. Reflects the first projectile flying towards it back at the attacker, so you can't even shoot it. And if you attack it in melee, you're gonna get mad. And so you basically shouldn't attack it. You should use spells of some sort to kill it, and that's what we are more or less going to do. But not exactly. We're gonna start by lobbing a caustic bolt over, let's say, around there. So we have a caustic brine surface. Then we are going to go into stealth. No, we are going to cast guidance on ourselves. I'm doing this with Lae'zel because she actually has more. Yeah, don't piss it off. Can you turn around, Frog, please? I wanted to turn around so that I'm not in this vision cone. Please. There we go. And then I just needed to get into position-ish. So what I'm gonna try and do now is that I'm gonna try and shove it. Because shove is athletics, and it has horrible strength, as we saw before. 3 strength. Might be able to... It apparently doesn't have good acrobatics either. I think you can usually resist shove with that. But if I can shove it into the brine, it's gonna take a single point of damage at least. And that's not something it can avoid. It's also gonna start the combat in surprise. Which means that I now have my action, and I have my Dread Ambusher. And what I can do here is that I can... Because it's taken at least a single point of damage here, I can cast Sleep on it. This... So, the shove had a chance of failing, but you saw the chance for that one. And then the rest of what we're doing here just doesn't have a chance of failing, basically. I'm gonna move Lae'zel over here. Dredge should be far enough away that she's not gonna get mad at him. Now she's in melee range with it. And 100% chance to hit, and 100% chance to crit. This is not an auto kill, unfortunately. So we might be in a position where we still need to kill it from somehow, but this has a very good chance of killing it. Good. And we can check the damage here just to make sure we were okay. So 5 from the 2d10 and another 10 from the 2d8. So we get 2d10 plus 2d8 plus 4 plus 10 to deal the whatever amount of hit points it had left. This can deal from 1 to 4 damage. This has a very high chance of success against the frog. And that was sort of what I wanted to show you with that. And that should be about the combat encounters for today.
Best to make camp.
No, we're not ready to make camp yet. And to be honest, I don't think we need Dredge anymore right now, so he can go to the Blighted Village and wait. There's one more thing that I want to pick up from... Oh, no, I didn't get Shovel there, did I? Yeah, I did get Shovel there, so that's great. It was close enough. And Lae'zel, because she can jump, is gonna jump around the swamp a bit. That's a single item that I want to pick up. I didn't want to do the whole run and scour the swamp for traps if I could avoid it, when we can just have her jump around. We can't make Shovel jump around as easily, and this was one of the items I wanted to tell you about. Normally, I believe this is the one that the frog will show you if you save it. A little extra info, the frog is cursed by the hag, and if you kill the hag, basically the frog stops being insane. That's what I would normally do in most of my playthroughs, because, you know, be nice. But for this one, I wanted to do the trick there. We get a few scrolls, Shock and Grasp, and a few scrolls of Speak with Dead, which is, I guess, not entirely useless, but very damn close. Is there not, like, a trunk somewhere here that I haven't looted? There is actually one. Can I jump there? I can jump here, and then I just have to be careful. I said I had a single item that I needed to loot, but that's not technically true. I wanted that treasure over there, and then I also wanted a funny item all the way over in the other end of the swamp. So we're gonna go and get that now. And then I'm gonna go and talk with Gale, because he's been wanting to talk with me for a while. And then after we've spoken with Gale, I think we're gonna call it a day. Path interrupted. Okay, I probably can't jump from the island, so we have to walk some of the way through this. I'm very ready to right-click at any moment. I learned that from a comment in one of the early videos, that actually the first one, I think, of this series, that if I right-click, I will cancel anything they're doing. Except if they're currently climbing Outfound items. This is the item I want to go and get. There's a little stuffed bear standing here, which is really a container. And in it we get a muddy note. A worn note splattered with mud attached to a doll. It was clearly written in a hurry. Hold this every time you miss mommy, baby. And do not leave camp. Back soon. I think they might have left camp. We're gonna grab this item, and we are gonna keep it for Karlach at some point. Let's get to the Blighted Village.
Tell me, Lae'zel, when you say we might be purified at your creche, what does that mean exactly?
Augusta will affix the Zafisk, the purifier, to our heads. Its magic will quell the parasite in an instant.
I'm not entirely certain that I'm happy about the whole idea about getting a purifier attached to my head, but we don't know why we shouldn't trust her. She seems to be pretty adamant that that will work. So let's do the talking with Gale thing. And let's not do the pickpocketing Gale thing, no? And shovels, at least one of them is invisible.
Tiring business, isn't it? All this traveling and adventuring. Why don't we take a little break? Allow ourselves a few moments of rest? Gives me a chance to talk to you about something, well, rather important.
Rather important, no less. Alright, go ahead.
We've been on the road together for a while now, haven't we? Survived some perils, overcame some obstacles. Ever since you were kind enough to free me from that stone, I've seen you demonstrate remarkable guile and courage.
Gale has been watching from a distance.
The way you diffused the tension between Zevlor and Aradin. The way you stood in front of a crossbow to prevent a murder. The way you got Korga to release the girl. The way you got that
Is it
boy
just gonna
out of
keep
a
going?
harpy's clutches.
Sorry.
In short, I've grown to trust you.
Well, that's very gratifying to hear for sure.
The reason I make a point of saying this is that I've grown confident enough to tell you something I've yet to tell another living soul, except for my cat. You see, I have this condition. Very different from the parasite we share, but just as deadly.
Hey? What kind of condition?
The specifics are rather personal, but suffice it to say that it is a malady I've learned to live with, though not without some effort. What it comes down to is this. Every so often, I need to get my hands on a powerful magical item and absorb the weave inside.
Your illness causes you to consume raw magic. I think I'm going to need the details.
I can say no more on the matter. Not now, anyway. Just trust me when I say it's all of vital importance. It's been days since I last consumed an artifact, since before we were abducted. It's only a matter of time before my craving returns. That is why I turn to you. I need you to help me find magic items to consume. It is vital. Dare I say it? Critical.
Critical. And where do you suggest we find the artifacts you need?
We've already done the finding. In fact, you have one in your possession.
Ooh.
You know for yourself how hard won such an item was, and it will be no easier when even more are required to assuage my hunger. There'll be
That's a bit
danger
intense.
involved, or great cost.
So, I think we'd like to go with... I'm not exactly happy to help. I don't think Gale would mind this one. Why exactly would I risk either of those things for a wizard I barely know?
Valid question. If not out of the simple goodness of your heart, then perhaps your own self-interest might be sufficient motivation. Having a wizard like me around is quite the boon when facing the perils that stalk these lands. It'd be far harder for me to assist you if I could barely stand upright. Please, trust me. Your help could be the difference between life and death.
So we were going to help Gale regardless, of course. He's been very useful so far, casting concentration spells from camp and all that stuff. So we are, of course, fine with this. And we're happy that he can answer well for himself. I have powerful magic in my possession already. Just take what you need.
You're slightly ahead of me there. As yet, my condition is stable. I've no need to consume anything. When the time comes, I will not hesitate to call on you or the belongings you were generous enough to offer. I know the allure magic artifacts hold. I understand their value and their power. All this to say, I understand the sacrifice I ask of you. But if I may be so bold, it's for a very good cause indeed. I hope I can count on you.
Good. He seems like a trustworthy enough fellow. He didn't even take the artifacts now that I offered them, so he's probably not just gonna take them and run. And that should be it for today. So thank you for joining, if you have been. I've been Shandron, and you've been awesome. And I really do mean that. Do not forget to do the YouTube stuff. Like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. And bye-bye.